Hello everybody, how y'all been? Hopefully y'all been having a good day. Anyway, I'd like to remind y'all that I don't own any of the rights to this. Any songs, any characters, anything. I don't own the rights to any of this. So if this video wants to be taken out by CBS, that's nothing I can do legally. They own the rights to this, or whoever owns rights to this at the time of this viewing. Right now, I think it's CBS and Paramount that own the rights to this, but I could be wrong. But anyway, let's get started.
Okay, now see there's some
Oh, there's fine, but
bond and a couple of trusts. Then you got your assets, liquid and non-liquid, plus your odd dividend or two, and several very chancy global mutual funds.
Do I really need to know all this?
Honey, you are plunging into the lion's den. You're gonna be dealing with a lawyer.
Well, then shouldn't I be learning more about the law?
Oh, baby, this isn't about the law. It's about a man who happens to be a lawyer who handles estates, wills, inheritance, the things people leave behind that they think are important. Poor fellow lives in fear of anything that isn't signed, sealed, and delivered.
Oh, Tess, I wish you were here. I've never dealt with a lawyer before.
Well, get used to it. They make up a lot of our business. Now, I'm still going to be hung up here.
Oh, by the way, I was having issues with the audio from us on some videos, and I didn't know that. Like, y'all could hear me, but y'all couldn't hear, like, what they're saying, and, like,
God loves lawyers, too.
in like, the videos I was playing, like, y'all could hear me, but nobody else. Sorry about that.
Here, let me. Hello, I'm Monica. I'm your new assistant.
I think I need an assistant? They say I need one? Oh my God, they're gonna fire me. I'm Charles Hibbert. They're gonna fire me.
I don't think so, Mr. Hibbert.
I'm toast.
May I call you Charles?
As long as I'm here, I guess. You enjoy state work? Have you had any experience with living wills? We're getting a lot of living wills now, you know.
Living wills? No, these are fascinating.
Thank you. They're all authentic. This is an actual mortgage payment check signed Ernest Hemingway. It's late. It's an actual promissory note signed by Abraham Lincoln.
Wow.
And this is my prize.
Hey,
Yes, Mr. McGregor.
did you make the final distribution on the Wellesley estate?
Yes, I just tracked down the last heir a minute ago, a distant niece.
Well, what are you standing here for? Chop, chop. I want this case closed yesterday. Take what's her name and show her the ropes. Flipper!
Alright, let's gonna break it a little out, because I've been recording this same episode for like 5 or 6 times. It's just been
Boy, that was fun.
Let me
Driving
see
along?
something like this is doing. So there's another one like that. Y'all might know this one. Yeah, okay.
Robin Dunwoody?
Yep.
My name is Charles Hibbert. I'm a lawyer with McGregor and Will. We represent the estate of your late Uncle Wellesley.
I don't have an Uncle Wesley.
Actually, you do.
No, I don't think so. Wanna grape?
Miss Dunwoody, whether you remember your Uncle Wellesley or not, he remembered you in his will. May I see some ID, please?
I have an Uncle Wesley.
Huh.
$200,000.
Wow.
Please, sign here, please.
This is like the best thing that's ever happened to me.
I wonder how
I got
much
an
that
uncle
will be
And
today's money.
$200,000.
Because the value of the dollar
way
has really gone
cool.
down. So it'd be more today.
Oh, look at that signature, huh? Big round O's, curly Y. She'll probably put it in straight savings of 2.25%.
I think she's rather nice. I'm glad that we met her.
Well, I'm just glad I finally did something to get on McGregor's good side.
Oh, Mr. Hibbert.
Yes, Mr. McGregor.
I'd like you to meet Robin Dunwoody. She's been out of the country until recently.
Robin Dunwoody?
Yeah, you idiot. She's Wellesley's niece. You gave the money to the wrong woman.
Oh dear.
I guess this is, yeah, this is a commercial, right?
Down the road.
Mr. Parsons. Is that own rights to this? Okay, here we go.
Charles? Charles, are you all right? Charles?
Oh, Mr. McGregor, I don't know what to say.
I do. You're fired.
Thank you.
I'm going to sue you for every last dollar.
Miss Dunwoody, please, let's not get precipitous.
Can't we just stop payment on the check?
It's been cashed.
Oh, God.
Then all we need is to ask the other Robin Dunwoody to return the money. Then Miss Dunwoody here can have her inheritance and Mr. Hibbert can get his job back.
Oh, I wouldn't bet on that.
How can he get the money back if he doesn't work here anymore, you idiot?
Huh.
How do you propose to retrieve the funds, Mr. Hibbert?
Well, just give us a chance. I can tell that Charles has a plan brewing right now as we speak.
Get the money. You can have your job back.
Thank you, Mr. McGregor. I assure you, nothing like this will ever happen again.
Yeah,
My wife was...
you know, we all mess up. We all do. And sometimes we need some help. Sometimes we do. And it's okay to admit you need help. And it's okay to admit you messed up. But, you know, sometimes we just need to do it ourselves, too. We don't need the help. We need to face the problem ourselves. Because you can do all the right things and still be in the wrong. You can. You can.
Dreams that I imagined that another Robin Dunwoody... She better be here. She better have the money,
Or what?
or I'll be labeled an imbecile. I'll be expelled from McGregor and Will. Never again will I execute the provisions of a living trust. Never again will I contest a will.
Charles, sometimes endings are just opportunities.
Sometimes endings are just endings.
I think endings can be opportunities, too. Because sometimes we all need to start over. Sometimes we do. We need to start over. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we do. We need to start over. Sometimes we do. And sometimes, you know, that's a hard thing to do, to start over. And what I mean by start over, I mean that, like, we ask God for forgiveness. He forgives us. Maybe we get baptized. Maybe we don't. And it just feels like we have a fresh, clean start. And one of the disciples asked, I think Jesus, how many times should he forgive somebody? 7 times or more? And then Jesus said 70 times 7. Or basically, you know, every time that they act. But that doesn't mean that you should, let them walk all over you. There is a difference between forgiving somebody and letting them walk all over you again, especially if they did that before, and that's why they're asking for forgiveness.
Miss Dunwoody, I need to speak to you. It's urgent. Miss Dunwoody, it's Charles Hibbert. There's been a slight mistake.
She don't live there no more.
What do you mean? I saw her here yesterday.
She moved on. It's my camper. I rent to her. She paid up, moved out, gone.
She paid up?
What are you, boyfriend?
No. I'm a lawyer.
No, I forgot about that. She used her money
I
for
said
that
I
too.
don't know. Hey, too much water. They're all dying. I told you. Now what am I going to do? What?
No, I don't
How do you
think
know
they got
they're
the
all
money
dying?
from him.
They're very hardy, you
The
know.
money that she used to pay
They
up.
just need a little coaxing.
Dying is dying. See?
I bet a bunch of these would look nice in Robin's new place.
Maybe he gave it to them after they did that.
2,500 square feet, say $350 per square foot. First and last month down, a security deposit. Oh, my.
Well, at least she hasn't decorated yet.
I just see a couch, I think. I see a
Delivery for
couch.
Robin Dunwoody.
I see a stove and some cabinets, so maybe she did
This does
decorate
not
a little
bode
bit.
Sign here, please.
Thank you.
Oh, hi, you guys. Oh, cool. It's here. It's...
Maybe I was
Isn't it
just
great?
thinking when I saw the
Reminds me of
couch.
an old friend of mine.
Miss Dunwoody, did you ever lock your doors? You know, people get killed that way.
When I lived in Bali, we didn't even have doors. But thank you for asking. Want a bite?
Am I to assume you purchased these items with the money we gave you yesterday?
Yes. It was incredible. All my life, I've wanted to spend an entire day in a shoe store and not even look at the prices.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to give those back.
Yeah, I know they make my calves look really fat.
I have no opinion about your calves, but you see,
There's been a wee bit of a mistake.
that's right. You see, you're the wrong Robin Dunwoody. You don't have an Uncle Wellesley.
No Uncle Willie?
No. So, I'm afraid you're going to have to give us the money back.
I thought you said it was mine.
Well, I thought it was.
But that's not my fault. You made me take it.
Well, now I'm making you give it back.
How much?
How much? All of it.
But I spent some of it.
How much?
Well, the shoes, the hang glider, the accordion.
So yes, she
When I
she
was a
wanted
little
two
girl,
different pairs
I
of
had a kind of
shoes.
father thing for mine and
two
Lauren.
a pair of
Remember the
shoes
guy
from
from
two
Lawrence
different
Pub?
sets.
He played the accordion. Oh, and my sarcophagus. I've always wanted something Egyptian.
Did you buy any furniture?
No. So I was going to start with the sarcophagus and then just, decorate around it. So I guess I didn't spend that much.
What are we talking here?
Well, 70,000.
I'm not having a very good day.
I wouldn't say that. You're doing fine.
Would you like some chamomile tea? It's very good for the nerves.
I don't want any tea. I want my $200,000 back.
How about 130?
I want it all. I want it all. I want my money back.
I thought it was Uncle Wellesley's.
You don't have an Uncle Wellesley.
It would have been nice to have an uncle. Or something. Even somebody twice removed. I haven't had a lot of experience with relatives.
Well, you're going to have a lot of experience with prison if you don't get that $200,000 back.
Hey! You made me take it!
She's got a point. She has a point.
Yes, you did. So here's the money. Here's the rest of it.
You've been carrying this money around in your purse. What does it mean when it's faster than you can blink?
Miss Dunwoody.
Call me Robin.
Robin, I know how disappointed you are, but you see, Mr. Hibbert really needs to recover the entire amount of money.
I know, and I would give it back if I could, but I told you I spent it.
Well, then we'll just have to return everything. Everything?
Yes, everything.
I need a hand to put it away.
And then she pay rent.
I can't think about
Yeah,
it
this is passing soon.
I wanna see
What?
which way.
Oh, here we go.
Allowed in the store.
Sorry for us to have it.
How on earth could one person buy so many shoes, so many ugly shoes?
Why? Because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no taste.
Who said that?
I did.
What are you doing, girl? You're not going to start prancing around in these sexy things, are you?
No. Tess, isn't it amazing the different ways people think of to protect their feet?
That's nothing. Look what they think of when they start trying to protect their hearts.
Charles? Poor dear. I can't even see his heart from here.
And you just got to get closer. Let me see that one.
Which one?
Over there. That little red number. I could really do some damage in that.
And 4. There you go, $1,254.62.
Wait a minute. There's a pair missing.
Oops.
I can't take these back. They've been customized.
Customized?
This is what they should look like. Hers have been ruined.
Where were you raised? Mars?
Listen, buddy. I've been supporting myself since I was 16. This is called independent thinking. Gotta try it sometime.
Can't we just prorate the return?
Absolutely not.
But the toes represent a very small portion of the shoe. 3-4% tops.
Charles, Robin needs something to wear. She can't walk around barefoot.
Why not? She's probably walked around nude.
Come on. You want the rest of the money back, don't you?
Okay. But I'm writing this down.
Thanks, Charlie.
That's very nice. Even though he's not forced to do that. Oh boy, I remember
That
this.
building over there?
Yeah.
I was gonna rent that. Go into business.
Oh, dear.
Maybe someday you still can. What will it be? A combination laundromat, disco. You know how single people are always going to laundromats? I mean, what better place to meet other singles, right? You have a drink at the bar while you wash and you dance while you dry. I was gonna call it splash dance.
Why don't you just call it dance and dry?
Oh, that's cool. I'll think about it.
What could you have possibly bought here?
Nothing. I paid off my ex-boyfriend's bookie. Maybe Smokey will give it back.
Bookie? Maybe we should just forget about this one. How much did your boyfriend owe?
$17,000.
$17,000?
Yeah, 17,000. Hey, Smoke Man.
Hey. Who's the new boyfriend?
I am not a boyfriend.
Robin, you married this?
He's not my husband, Smokey. I just came to get my money back. You got anything to eat?
What do you mean back?
Well, you see, the money wasn't really hers, so it wasn't really hers to give away.
So that's supposed to make me give it back?
You know, bookmaking is illegal.
So is putting jerks in comas.
Tell you what. One game, stripes and solids.
Give me a break.
Oh, come on. Just a friendly game. You don't seem very busy. I would have taken you for a lot of things, Mr. Smokey. But a chicken isn't one of them.
Okay, babe, you're on.
Your break.
Solid. Stripes and solids. Smoky.
Okie dokies.
Yeah, I think I played pool a long time ago.
Side
Just
pocket.
remembering that. trying to.
And the 6-ball left corner. Not forgetting my favorite. Number
By the way,
7.
I don't know if all this terminology is correct because I don't play pool.
1 and 3. Into the corner, into the 2, opposite corner, into the 5 side pocket, kissing the 8.
What are you, delusional? The cue ball's blocked by the 8.
Oh.
Oh!
Whoa!
Where did you ever learn to play like that?
Well, I once worked in a pool hall as a sort of security guard.
I've been looking for a woman like you. I'd give anything to learn how to make a shot like that.
Really? How about $17,000?
Right.
Oh, come on. With a trick shot like that, a betting man could easily make that back in a night.
Tell you what, I'll have the money by 3. You show me this shot, I'll give you the money.
3 a.m. here?
That's when things just start warming up, dude.
I don't play pool. I know 3 o'clock in the
An angel will
If I was 50, I'm pretty sure I would wake up by the time to play pool. I couldn't wake up. I had to stay up the day before. Or the night before.
I'm gonna die
That's
here.
why I had to wake me
We're
up.
sitting here waiting for someone to come murder us. This was not the way I was gonna go.
Oh, you've got that all planned, huh?
Irregular heartbeat. 73% probability I'll be gone before I'm 40. Although the odds are going up.
When I go, I'd like it to be meaningful. I would like to go saving someone else's life.
Have you made out your will? It's never too early, you know.
Is that all you ever think about? Death? And your job?
Death is my job, and my job is my life.
At least if something does happen, I'll die with my boots on. Thanks to you.
I like them shoes.
Monica, come here, fix my
Or the
vertical,
boots,
will
whatever
you?
you call them.
How's life on the 6 o'clock news?
My anger man. That boy's gonna end up doing the farm report in Peoria if he doesn't start listening to old Tess. But please, don't get me started. How's your lawyer?
Did you hear what he said? He has a heart problem. He could die.
Yes, I heard what he said. When are you going to learn to stop hearing and start listening, Miss Wing? Is he dead?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? Look over there and tell me, is the man dead?
Well, no.
Don't you be worried about how much time he's got. That's all taken care of. You just worry about how he spends it and with whom.
Robin?
She's got the cure to that man's real heart trouble.
Robin?
The Lord, he moves in mysterious ways.
You know, I was thinking that there's no need for us to stay here until 3 o'clock. Maybe you two would like to go someplace, have a nice dinner, and we could all come back later.
Once I leave, I don't know if I could come back.
Oh, come on, Charlie. Let's get out of here. Go someplace nicer.
I wonder if they use the same set for this. I just changed that like the thing.
It used to be an old man's club. Mooses or something.
Moose! The plural is singular!
Oh, sure, I'd love to.
help but wonder which one of those kids I'm going to see later in Traction.
They're expressing themselves.
Whatever happened to the guffaw and the minuet? You remember the minuet?
I don't know what she's talking about.
1, 2, 3. Bow and curtsy. Kept the hormones in a state of perpetual anticipation. Now that's my kind of dance. Of course, in his case, maybe he ought to do a little less anticipating and a little more expressive.
He will. I hope.
Yeah. You know, some of us are so obsessed with, some of us are so obsessed with death, we're not paying attention to what's going on with life. Some of us are so worried about the future, we're not paying attention to what's going on in the here and now. I believe this thing from Star Trek is true. Make now the most important moment of your life because now will never come again. And as a Christian, I believe that. I believe that. Now, that doesn't mean that I should go out and spend every dollar I have. That doesn't mean that. But that just means that I should enjoy sometimes what I have. And yeah, I'm gonna have bad days and good days. And I'm gonna, mess up. And I'm gonna say some things I shouldn't say and do some things I shouldn't do. But God loves me. He says, for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, all of us. The only one that didn't do that was Jesus. And you could argue that he's part of the Trinity, therefore God. But still, you know, God loves us. He does. He loves us. God the Father sent his only begotten Son on the cross for us. He did, to pay for our sins. It was a one-time payment for our sins. It was. Let's go back to this.
I took an Art Murray dance class once. It was free.
That's better.
I don't know if this is in foreign
It doesn't
art.
look like we're
It
gonna
might
make
be.
it
I
out.
don't know. What they're doing.
Hungry, aren't you?
Are you always hungry?
Wait a minute.
It's Fleur. She's always hungry. She might be wanting something.
Yes! Wow, 1959. This is really old.
Not as old as the cheese.
So we'll just have the wine. Did you do the honors?
Yeah, I don't know. They should be doing.
Can I ask you a question?
They should be messing with that.
What are you spending
I
your
guess
money
that's technically stealing because they don't own
on? I know
that.
you don't spend it on going out to clubs or on clothes
Or sarcophagi. Sarcophagus, Latin, plural, suffix.
You think I'm nuts?
I think. How could you spend $17,000 to pay off somebody else's debt?
Okay, I never picked the right guys, and Tommy was definitely one of the wrong ones. But this time, I even picked the wrong horse. Randy Robin. And Tommy lost. So I paid it back. Sometimes you just gotta do what feels right.
Autographs. I collect autographs.
Like Elvis?
I collect rare signatures of historical figures. I guess you could call it
Yeah, I like to collect
My
movies
secret passion.
sometimes.
That's your secret passion, huh?
Especially documentaries. I love
Signatures on
documentaries.
monetary
But
documents.
sometimes if it's too boring, even I can't watch it.
My prized possession is Alexander Hamilton's personal expense diary. Boy, was he a spendthrift. What a waste.
Alexander Hamilton, huh? I did a paper on him in college once.
You did? You went to college?
Yeah, political science. So you have Alexander Hamilton's petty cash book. Cool. So how much did you spend on that gun that he used in the duel with Aaron Burr?
$7.
Yeah, ripped off.
$7.
And this got a good deal. Now keep in mind, this was in like probably the 90s this came out, so it probably would be closer to $15 to $20 a day in our money.
You know what hurts the most about all of this?
I'm not sure how
My
inflation works. I'm not no
inheritance.
expert.
See,
I know the value of the dollar's going
I'm an
down.
orphan. Yeah, I grew up in an orphanage. Never had any family. Kind of got used to thinking that nobody was ever going to care what I do, you know? And then one day, you knock on my door and all of a sudden I had Uncle Wellesley. A flesh and blood relative, somebody that's just had a little bit on me. I spent the entire day wondering, what was he like? Was he nice? Was this his whole life savings or just a drop in the bucket? But, you know, that didn't matter because he cared enough to share it with me. Yeah, that's the
Some
hardest
people aren't
part.
as fortunate as that is.
Losing Uncle
Some
Willie.
people aren't. Listen, some of us take relatives for granted. Some of us take loved ones for granted. And we should spend the little bit of time we have on this earth together. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes it is a good idea just to be by ourselves and chill out. Sometimes it is. Okay guys, I'm back. Yeah, so let's see if this plays.
So what about you?
Oh, I had lots of relatives, lots of them. So many.
Yeah, I got
that,
lots of
one Christmas I
relatives
didn't
too.
get
Not
what
all
I
of
wanted
us are
under the tree.
close now.
I ran away from home and nobody noticed.
Listen, there are those of us right now that are having a hard time, and we don't know how to how to approach, how to show our feelings for one another. We don't know how to. So sometimes it takes somebody to help us. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. You know, some of us don't have any family. Some of us don't. Some of us don't have any brothers or sisters or uncles. Some of us are lonely people. Some of us, our relatives might live in another state or in another country, and we don't see them much. But for those of us who have loved ones, cherish them. Always cherish them. That's what, I think of whenever I think of my papa, because he passed away, in 2024. He passed away. And it's hard living without him. It is. But I know that he would not want me to feel sad. He would want me to feel happy. He would want me to remember the good times we had together, and to cherish those memories. That's what we all need to do. We all need to cherish our memories with each other, and sometimes make new ones. So, and listen, we're gonna mess up. We're gonna fail. We're gonna sin. We're gonna mess up. But the question is, how do we handle that? How do we? Do we allow those mess ups to continue to affect us? Or do we move on from there? And let's face it, a lot of us are moving on. A lot of us aren't. A lot of us aren't. A lot of us are having old grudges that cause and issues with our family members. Well, let me tell y'all something somebody told me. We only have one life, so let's make it a good one. I kind of paraphrased that and I kind of altered that a little bit. But that was basically what they said. We only have one life. And it doesn't mean that we should go spend every penny that we have and go bankrupt and not worry about our future. It doesn't mean that. But it does mean to love one another while we can. That's what that means. At least that's what that means to me.
What did you ask Santa for?
An adding machine.
I knew it.
Did you ever run away?
Whenever I had a bad day, I would go to my secret hiding place and talk with the angels. Yeah, late at night I would go out the dormitory window and I would walk along the roof until I could sit with the angels. And then I would talk to them all night until the sun came up and rose over the coffee pot.
The coffee pot?
That's all I remember. Just angels in a big coffee pot. It's funny the things that you remember from your childhood, huh? And the things that you forget.
Yeah, some of us are blessed, some of us aren't. I'm one of the blessed ones on my mama's side. My dad, I don't really talk to him much, but on mama's side, we are blessed. Well, blessed, in general, but on my mama's side.
Hello.
I thought you said it warms up here.
Depends.
So have you got the money?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, the chick teaches me the shot here. You go with Snake to his office, he'll give you the grease.
Snake, will give me the grease. Yeah.
This is really nice of you, Smokey.
You ready, babe?
Well, I'll just go transact my business with Mr. Snake. And I'll be right back.
It's really very easy if you're at all familiar with quantum calculus as it pertains to geometry.
This is your office?
This is where I transact my business.
I'm never going to see that $17,000, am I? Snakes. Interesting name. What was that? Welsh?
Hey, you don't want to go in there.
Oh, but I think that I do. Snake, I'm very disappointed in you. The least you could do is give the man a fair fight, give him a chance at least. Well, this should work. This should do. With a few modifications. It's a shame that we have to go through this at all, considering that Robin's boyfriend never really owed $17,000 in the first place. Did he, Smokey? Randy Robin didn't lose the race. Where is the joy of winning if you have to cheat, Smokey, huh? I think that ought to do it, Charles. Unless, of course, Smokey here wants to hand over the money. I think you'll find it in your back pocket.
Yes, something tells me that God would intervene and he would win the fight.
Forget it. Come on, Snake, let's get out of here.
I told you, I used to be in security.
You know, she plays a very important role in this.
Well?
But then again, she's an angel.
It's there.
She's the only one that makes characters that's
17,000.
in most of the
20,000 more to
episodes,
go.
so she, that's probably why.
I can't get it.
What do you mean?
It's gone. I can't get it back.
I'm a lawyer. I can get anything back.
Look, what if I took out a loan or something and paid the rest back a little at a time?
Mr. McGregor wants the money back today. In 6 hours. What did you buy? A petting zoo? 3 years of psychotherapy? Or did you just bail another boyfriend out of jail?
I can't give it back. I just can't. I'm sorry. Charles.
Cutting it a little close with that Snake man, weren't you?
I know.
You know I saved your little angel butt with that police siren.
That was you? Nice touch.
Well, it would have been louder, but the volume shot on this thing.
Tess, I'm worried about Charles. His heart could
His heart is fine. Those are just panic attacks.
But
he just uses that old heart-skipping-a-beat business to talk himself out of life. That's all. Nothing's really wrong with the man's heart, except he's terrified of letting it out again.
Again?
Well, what if you ran away from home and nobody noticed?
What if you gave away your heart and nobody cared?
Yeah, see.
You know, this episode really means...
surgery, baby.
Why did it turn me off again? But this episode really means a lot to me because I have something called Tourette syndrome. And I've not allowed myself to do things because of that. Like, for example, sometimes I don't go to church because of that. Or I might, isolate myself for a little while because of my Tourette's. And listen, anybody can make up a reason not to do something. But to serve God, to follow Him, and to glorify Him, that can be a hard thing for people to do. It can be. And, some people it's harder than others. But nobody's perfect. Nobody has a perfect life. It might seem like it, but nobody does. But I believe that sometimes maybe I should have went to church, or maybe I should have not isolated, or done something else, or something differently. Maybe I should have. But that really stuck out to me.
Charles.
Is she back?
No, Robin has gone.
But she's the only one who knows where the last $20,000 is. What do I do now?
Charles.
Oh my God. This is it.
Shh, Charles. You're all right. You're going to be just fine.
No, I'm not. I'm having a heart attack. Call an ambulance.
There's nothing wrong with your heart.
That's not true. I'm dying.
Easy, Charles. You're safe. This is the last time this will ever happen. Trust me.
This isn't one of those near-death experiences, is it?
In a way.
But where's the tunnel? Did I miss it?
You weren't that close to dying.
And you're...
An angel.
That would be consistent with my experience. And what you said about my heart?
It's true. You're fine.
I'm not dying?
No. All your life you've been afraid of life. And if you hadn't convinced yourself that you were dying, then you'd decide you were too fat or too short or too anything as long as it could convince you to hide.
Yeah. Like I said, it goes to what I said earlier too. You know, we can come up with a million reasons why not to do something. Like, for example, church. Or, just maybe just something like maybe a sports game. Some people, that could be a big deal, getting out and doing that. And sometimes some of them, you know, sometimes, you know, there's not really much we can do about that. Sometimes there's not. Sometimes some of us are so disabled to where, we can't go to church. Like, for example, this pastor told me of this story about this woman who I think had Alzheimer's or dementia. But she will always ask to go to church, and they used to bring her, but she used to go loose and get lost after church, and they'd always have to find her. Then she forgot she went to church, and she had to go back. But she kept on forgetting, so they just gave up on her.
God made you, Charles, and he knew what he was doing. You're not too anything, except almost too late.
If you're an angel, why didn't you just give me the $200,000 back in the first place?
That would have just saved your job. I'm here to save the rest of your life.
How?
Share it with Robin.
Robin? Oh, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? I'm an angel. I know about these things.
She's absolutely wrong. She's wild. She's unpredictable. She doesn't have any major medical or any kind of retirement package. She's impulsive and I'm going to miss her. I don't even know how to find her.
Where would you go if you were hurt?
I did hurt her, didn't I?
Do you remember the Christmas that you ran away and a nice lady came and helped show you the way back home?
You?
No, my friend Tess, but can you remember where she found you?
I was hiding in my secret hiding place under the 11th Street Bridge.
Everybody has a hiding place.
Huh.
Robin said she used to hide. That's it. I know where she's hiding. Angels. See, facing east toward the sun. That's the orphanage. She said she used to crawl out the window and sit with the angels and watch the sun come up over the coffee pot over there. See, that new building? There used to be an old coffee company there with a big billboard on top with a coffee pot that poured real coffee and had steam and everything. That's where the sun would rise. Come on.
Oh, of course it scared us half to death whenever we caught her up there with those angels. I don't know how many times we forbade her, but, well, Robin has always been a headstrong young lady.
I can imagine. Have you...
And as I remember, she even named them. There was Mo, Curly, Larry, and Shimp. Shimp was her favorite.
Curly.
Yes, well, have you seen...
Is that the Three
Joy
Stooges?
she's grown up to be. She does volunteer work here, tutoring
Except for
mostly.
Shrimp,
But
I
she
think the
plays
rest
with
of
the
the
younger
Three
children and
Stooges.
helps in the kitchen whenever she can.
Have you seen her lately?
Just yesterday, she came with an answer to our prayers.
$20,000.
Enough to remodel our kitchen and keep our lunch program going, which we desperately need.
What a blessing that must have been.
Oh, it was a miracle.
It was Robin.
Now, what can I help you with?
Well, we were just wondering if Robin...
Well, actually, we don't need anything. Thank you, sister.
She must be
Thank
so
you very much,
confused.
Sister Mary Frances.
My pleasure.
She must be so confused.
Have we met somewhere before?
Charles, where are you going?
I don't know. I don't care. You were wrong. God was wrong. She's not the right kind of woman for me at all. What kind of woman gives away $20,000 like that?
A great woman.
A really great woman. Too great for me.
No, I don't believe that. And neither does she. When did a living will ever make you feel like that,
I know it's gonna happen, but I don't want to spoil it. By the way, I don't own any of this. So any of the music, any of the actors, any of the production, any of the sets. Just make an act there.
Which one is Shem?
This one?
Mo, yeah, Gary.
Sorry about what I said last night. I didn't mean it. I just got scared.
I don't blame you. You could lose your job.
Doesn't matter. I'm quitting.
Sorry about the 20,000.
Don't worry. It's covered.
How?
I'm gonna sell my Alexander Hamilton expense book.
You don't have to do that.
Sometimes you just gotta do what feels right.
Amen. Amen.
Wow.
Sometimes that's hard to do, though. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes that is very, very hard to do sometimes. Doing what feels right, sometimes that's very hard to do.
So, I thought I'd use the rest of it to open up the dance and dry.
Oh, yeah?
With you. Even if that sort of thing interests you. There's sound reasoning for it. On the other hand, I love you. I love you.
I love you too. Splash dance.
Dance and dry.
We'll discuss it.
You're feeling low and oh so small. Then suddenly you're 8 feet tall. She just walked in the room and the gloomy room just glows. That's the way love is. That's how it goes.
What a way to end the episode.
That's
What a way
how
to
it
end it.
goes.
What a way to end it. You know, sometimes you don't get something out of something until you watch it the second or third time. And me, you know, sometimes I do come up with excuses because I have to rest not doing things. But sometimes, you know, you can't do nothing about it. You can't. I just didn't try. Sometimes that's what God asks us to do, to try to do our best. Sometimes that's it. Sometimes that's it, to try to do our best. Not to, we'll mess up, we'll fall, we'll sin. But sometimes there are things out of our control that we can't, that make it to where it's hard for us to do things. Like, for example, some of us have a stuttering problem. Sometimes I stutter. Some of us have a learning disability. I have one. Some of us are blind. Some of us are slow. Some of us are autistic. Some of us just need extra help. And sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But listen, for all of y'all who've helped me over the years, thank you. For all of y'all who share these videos, thank you. For all of y'all who've commented, thank you. And for all of those who were disappointed, I'm sorry, but I'll mess up. Like, for example, this is like my 5th time watching this episode, because I kept on having problems and I had to stop recording, and I just had all kind of problems. But maybe God was testing me. Maybe He was. Hopefully I passed it. Hopefully I did. 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 And I have a niece and then another one on the way, and hopefully I'm a good example to them of trying to push forward, or trying to do my best despite my body limitations. Now, for those of you who don't know what I've been talking about, Tourette syndrome means I have uncontrolled muscle movement sometimes, and it can get to the point where I can't respond to comments or to conversations or anything like that. And it's gotten to the point where I've hit something so hard and fell so hard I passed out. It has. And I've also had a history with depression. And it came close before with me, with that depression. But thanks to God, I'm still alive. Thanks to Him, I'm still alive. Somehow I'm still alive serving Him. Somehow I am still alive. Somehow I am, because it's a miracle I'm still alive. It is. I almost took too much of my medication, and my dad walked in at the last minute, and thank God he did, because I might overdose. And I don't really know the reason why I was having those thoughts. I just wasn't thinking straight. I wasn't. And this was before I lost my papa. So, I didn't have that as an excuse. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's hard losing people. It is. It is very, very hard losing people. It is. It is very hard. It is. It is. And sometimes you don't know why we lost somebody, but they're gone for a reason. And sometimes some of us take people and time we have for granted. I did. I took my papa for granted. I could have spent more time with him. I could have visited him more. But now he's gone. And I just want to cry. I just want to cry. And it's going to be very, very difficult in about 2 weeks, because in about 2 weeks will be the will be Christmas for me as of the time of this recording. By the time this comes out, this will probably be about 3 or 4 weeks after Christmas. Or probably about 2 weeks after Christmas. Probably about 2 or 3 weeks after Christmas that this is going to come out. And, you know, we'll see how everything goes from there. And also, my little brother, he's facing some serious stuff. I don't want to get into it, but it's serious. And it is kind of my fault, but, you know, it is very serious. And things could have turned out much worse. Now, I did not, don't take this the wrong way. I did not do anything intentionally to hurt him. That wasn't intentional. It's just, I made a mistake. And he got in trouble. And I did not encourage him to do anything. I did not do that. I did not do that. I did not do that. I just didn't. I just didn't. I just didn't. In fact, if he wouldn't have messed up and did something, then I would probably, then he wouldn't be in trouble right now. But yeah, he loves me and I love him, and I hope that everything turns out well for both of us. I hope that he learns from what he did. Anyway, this has been God's House. And listen, if you dislike this video for any reason, feel free to hit that dislike button. And if you hit that dislike button, please tell me why. You can put it in the comment section, or you can message me on Facebook, or you can tweet me or direct message or whatever it's called on X. But I'm going down much, so the best way to reach me would probably be on Facebook or YouTube. Those would probably be the best way of reaching me, Facebook or YouTube. And, yeah, so if you know, even if you think that, well, this video is too long, you know, you put that in the comment section. Put that in there. Or maybe you thought I talk too much, put that in there. Or maybe you got, something else out of the video, like maybe something that went over my head. Put that in the comment section. Or maybe just moved you in a way that you wasn't expecting. Maybe just blessed you in a way you wasn't expecting. Maybe just caused you to realize how important each moment is. Maybe not. I don't know. Let me see some. Volume's a little higher than normal. I don't know what's causing that. Let me see something right quick. I want to see something. I just want to. Anyway, I gotta go, guys. Bye.